How important has Ander Herrera's form been to where you want to go? And I don't think there's been a midfielder.
No, again, you like, and it's your job to individualize. That's not my job. I'm happy you speak about Ander because he's playing so well, but I don't think it's possible for anyone to be playing well if the team is not playing well. I don't think it's possible for somebody to play amazingly well when the team is not playing well, unless he's the goalkeeper. I think the goalkeeper is the only one that can play amazingly well if the team is playing bad. He's the only one. The others, no. There is a relation in between the players on the pitch. So I agree with you. Ander is having a very good season, but I think the team is very stable. The players, they feel very comfortable in their roles. They feel very comfortable in their positions. The team is playing well. The players are playing well.
Has Marouane been lifted by the receptions he's been getting recently after the unfortunate booing that he got? It seems that the crowd have turned back in his favour.
I think they turned back in his favour after you went back to good performances. He's showing great character, and the fans are showing great respect and great knowledge about his contribution. And in the last match is being very important for us. He played very well the match that he started. He was coming in and being important in other matches in the last 20-25 minutes. He's contributing well, and he's giving me reason in the sense of he's a player that can be very useful. Very useful.
What does he give you that? Because Louis van Gaal played him a lot as well. And what does he give you that's different to other players?
Depends on the situation. He can be more positional and more defensive. He can be more offensive and can be an extra man in the opposition box because he can be dangerous there. But basically with me, he started the season and he played some matches as a positional midfield player. In late matches when the team needs a goal, like against Middlesbrough, Liverpool, Hull City, he was playing in more offensive positions. He's a player that has a good understanding of the game, and now I know him better than before. I know where he can help the team.
Luke Shaw's had a difficult time with injury in recent months. Has that affected your thinking behind not bringing him into the recent squads?
Of course. That's basic. You try to have in the squads the players with more minutes, the players in better shape, the players in better conditions. And in Luke Shaw's case, even in the game where he was ready to play and to start the game and to have again 90 minutes, was the game against Reading. In the morning of the game, he was coming ill and not ready to play. So even in that match, that could be a good match for him to be back. He was not able to, so he's having a difficult period.
Jose, going back to Stoke, they're a team that have got a lot of diversity, especially going forward. Go direct to crouch, a bit more intricate. How difficult does that make it to prepare to face them? Because it's difficult to know what you're going to get from Stoke.
No, they are a good team with good players. They are a good team with good players, and you are right. They have this diversity. They can play direct to Peter. They can get second balls after that. They can use wingers with quality like they have in Arnautovic and Walters and Shaqiri and Boyan. They have lots of quality. The midfield is strong. I think Alan is having a phenomenal season, also giving them this diversity you speak about. I think they are a good team. I would expect more points from them because the quality is good. You can see the influence that Mark is trying to have on the team and trying to change the dynamics of the team year after year. Good players, good manager, good team.
The FA were talking this week about researching the possibility of retrospective action for simulation by players in games. Do you have a view on that, whether that be a good thing or not?
Agree totally, but again, I'm always afraid of how do I say it? I'm always afraid of for similar, I don't know the word, I forgot the word, but for similar situations, different decisions.
Okay, consistency.
Exactly, inconsistency. I'm always afraid with that, but I would agree totally. It's like the same thing, the interpretation of balls in the hands in the ball, deflection, no deflection, the distance, the referee analyze is not consistent. And then for similar situations, you have different decisions. But yes, of course, yes, I would like retrospective for simulation in the box. Yes, of course I would like.
Have you seen what Sergio Romero said about De Gea? He said he doesn't want to take the chance to go to Boca because he thinks De Gea's leaving this summer. Have you seen that?
No.
What do you think? He has said that.
No, I think I don't know if it's true. I don't know if these words are true. I think your world now is full of lies. No, the world of football media, because in this moment, when I start in football, the media were just journalists. In this moment, anyone is media. Any guy that writes a blog is media. Any guy that writes something and posts something is media. And now that the newspapers and the televisions and so on, you are getting even some guys that post something and doesn't matter if it's true, if it's not true. That's why before we were always worried about, oh, this is not true, this is true. In this moment, we are not worried anymore. I don't care if it's true or if it's not true, you know, because I don't know if Sergio told that. I really don't know. I don't know if it was some guy that posted, if it was some cousin that called somebody. I really don't know. What I can say is that I expect both to stay, because I think both are equally important. I cannot have a better goalkeeper than David. I cannot have a better replacement than Sergio. I cannot have a better professional than Sergio. I want them both to stay. So if there is something true in relation to Boca, I will try to stop, because I want Sergio to stay.